I'm Stephanie Maye with an expansion story for you on today's Maven Minute. So we are a specialist in commercial real estate, and one thing that we have come across is that a lot of commercial real estate practitioners, they look at price per square foot or price per acre, and they get into stats in that way and tend to just say this is how much something is worth on a price per square foot basis. I don't like doing that. I actually prefer that we look at the holistic use of the property. What are some of the other uses that are permitted within the zone? And what are the alternatives that it could be converted into or used differently? And so we had a client actually approach us and had said it was time for him to let this piece of real estate go. And we thought it was a fantastic opportunity for a future buyer to be able to put this into their portfolio. And when we did the holistic review of this property, we realized you can't go by price per square foot. There are too many other elements that are adding value to this piece. It was an industrial zone, but there were some other aspects that could be used on it, and there was excess land. So when we went to them with our pricing guidance, he was very happy. It was way more than what he had expected. And so then he gave us the mandate, we turned, and we actually had just received a referral from a company out of the US that was looking to bring in another location into their operation. They needed a North GTA location, and this company, their expertise in their operation was in culverts and construction materials, tile drainage and such. And so they needed outside storage. So instead of trying to have them go inside a city boundary line where they really are going to have a better cash flow if they were to stay on the leasing side, we were able to show them that if they go 5 minutes outside of town, they could go into ownership and actually come away with a better operational expense. And so when we already had this mandate and we had just received this referral, it wasn't long before we made the connection and brought the two together. And so seller was very happy that he did well on his exit strategy. He had held the asset for 9 years. We had sold it to him, and he was very happy with his return on that. And then the buyer also was extremely happy because they thought that they were going into their expansion plans in a leasing mode and that they would retain their capital for other uses. But in the end, we showed them that they were actually going to be deploying their capital in a much more effective way, and they would gain more growth long-term and short-term by holding this piece of real estate in an ownership position. So both were happy. We just closed on this deal, and everybody's really moving in the right direction with their next chapter. And this is part of the fun. I mean, as much as it can look like a transaction to some, we are so excited when we see both parties coming away with exactly what they need, and to help the new person coming in to the area to get integrated with all of our connections and help them to grow and thrive and succeed. So that's my story for today. We look forward to sharing more with our next Maven Minutes. Feel free to follow, share, subscribe. We've got our YouTube channel and all of the other socials, and as well our mavencommercial.ca website.